Alright, we're back. And before I say anything else, if you're enjoying this series, please like the video and subscribe. Okay. Last time, Ancestor Shenanigans and Terezi and Vriska almost fought, and now we're going to visit a disc scratch doctor. You rang? That was a joke. Of course you didn't. I don't have a doorbell, remember? Ha ha, hee hee, hoo hoo. Please come in. What the hell happened? Oh god. This is Doc Scratch stuck. Well. The icon even turned into an orb. Like the page icon. I can't show you that, but you'll have to believe me. Also, it's a cue ball, not an orb. I just recorded the last episode where Ancient Vriska kept calling it an orb. Also, he has a pistol? I didn't know that, but okay. Welcome to my apartment. I trust you'll find my voice is more palatable against this decor. I continue to be an excellent host. Oh, it's so that his white text isn't annoying. Makes sense. I'm expecting 2 more guests later. First one, then another. Make yourself comfortable in the meantime, but don't touch the candy on the table. It's reserved for one of my guests. Let's have a look at this disc. She really did a number on it, didn't she? It's virtually unplayable like this. What a shame. There are many moments trapped on this disc which you might have no doubt found quite exhilarating. Okay, my microphone made a funny flash there. I thought it maybe wasn't recording. It looks like it is though. But yes, I can fix it. He ate it! It will take time, though. I estimate, by which I mean I am certain, by way of omniscience, that when I am done, we will have reached just shy of the green circle on the card above. I'm sure you've already presumed this mark represents the beginning of Act 6. The disc should be ready to run in time to witness the critical event, a confluence of thickly interwoven, concurrent circumstances which have been meticulously arranged by myself, influenced to a much lesser extent by you, and by an even more negligible degree our heroes. The scratch will be healed in time to watch these heroes be put into motion, yes, the scratch itself. If you don't mind waiting here while I complete my repairs, I will tell you the rest of the story. I will show you as well as I recover data from the disk. But the visuals I supply will be nothing more than abbreviated snapshots, and my telling will be abridged. Immortality notwithstanding, I'm not going to live forever, you know. Okay. What is he talking about the green... Tell me we should show the green circle on the card above. Oh, like the disc 1, I guess. Okay, tick. Oh. And since for once in my life, time is at a premium, let's get on with it. Where were we? Talk. Never mind, I figured it out instantly because of my unfathomable intellect, limitless knowledge, and mind-boggling charisma. Granted, my charisma had less to do with it than other qualities, but it didn't hurt, did it? Here, I'll show you. Tick. The Seer of Mind had challenged the Thief of Light to a simple game of chance. If the result was the undamaged side, the thief would agree to stay. If not, she would go. Talk. The result of the flip was left inconclusive, at which point you decided to pay me a visit. But the inconclusive should not be confused with the uncertain. The actual result was trivial. It was constant in all timelines. Both the Seer and Thief knew this. The thief used her abilities to steal the fortune of her opponent, and forced the flip to yield what she regarded as the most favorable outcome. The seer anticipated this move correctly. This is why I don't care much for gambling. Well, a sucker is born with each tick of the clock. A cheater is born with each talk betwixt. Also because it is boring, and I am already a very wealthy man. The seer relayed her terms through a generally understood argot of an assassin. The result go, while at face value would suggest the thief was allowed to leave, was actually the seer's code word for the threat of death. This was obvious to everyone, including the thief. Talk. Well, the thief turned to fly away, making a show of claiming her prize. The seer would stab her in the back the moment her guard was dropped. That was her plan. Not a particularly clever tactic in its own right, but its ingenuity didn't dwell in the novelty of the ruse, nor even the neutralized probabilities in the game of chance. Psychology was in play. Talk, or tick. Why did got simple TikTok wrong? Naturally, the thief knew this was her intent all along. She knew the seer would have understood the outcome to be rigged, and that she likely intended to kill her as a consequence of the fixed result. This was seen to be an implicit dare to the thief to allow the flip to fall fairly, something which the seer knew the thief's ego would not allow. And the seer knew the thief knew all of this as well. Just another pair of cheaters attempting to play with their cards face up. Amateurs. Talk. Each was gambling, not with any vehicle of probability, which had been eliminated from the equation entirely, but with each other's intentions. The thief indeed took the seer's bait, stealing the luck needed to effect the flip in defiance of her dare, and in turning to leave, she then posed a dare of her own to the seer, challenging her to back up the implied threat. This was the thief's gamble. She wagered the seer would not be able to go through with it. It turned out she was right. And so ends the tale of rivalry. Oh, Terezi was too good. No. Well, almost. There's a bit more. But in order to understand its proper conclusion, we should first catch up with another of my protégés, from whom I'm expecting a message shortly. The other seer. The other hero of light. Tick. Tock. Tick. Hi, John. Tock. Round 2. Fight. Oh, strife. Well, John's dead. I forgot about that. Here we left our human hero of light. Ogla Perry. She flew away to take vengeance on the Noir this side of the scratch. That is, the one less angry and dangerous. The one not yet unmotivated by a compelling duel. Compelling, but not particularly challenging. The seer wouldn't win this duel. My apologies if this spoils the outcome for you. I can't speak as discreetly about such matters against this canvas. Tick. Well, we all kind of knew that. He's going to show up in the troll thing anyway. I warned her. Warned you about those stairs, bro. Whoa. I warned my neophyte protege not to stare into that ball. Talk. I told her about the stairs. I'll remind you that the pacing of my account will be characterized by a reduction in granularity from what you have come to expect by way of an undamaged disc. You will imagine the remainder of the duel to be sensational, and I will continue my steady distribution of the facts, as if they were pieces of candy, poured from a bottomless white hemisphere. The duel ends, the seer dies, the slayer departs. The heir comes back to life. That's cool. I'm glad John's going to come back to life. These nuggets of information are his way of getting us to sit quietly. It's so funny. It's exactly the same as him pouring out a bowl of candy for Jack. This outcome was hardly a point of suspense. It would be disingenuous of me to present it as such, and I will not belittle your intelligence with such a tawdry narrative ploy. It would be rude, and I am too well dressed for that kind of behavior. If there truly stood some chance of permanence to the heir's corpsehood, I can hear you asking now, how could this moment later come to pass? And, for that matter, what sort of story would this be, with our human hero of breath made to stay a cadaver? Definitely not one the Alpha timeline would allow. What sort of spectator would you be? If you'd forgotten the terms ruling the conditional immortality he won with his previous, similarly unceremonious impaling. He'd done nothing to earn martyrdom, by which he might laud his fall as heroic, nor had he tasted notoriety. To secure a death one may parse just, and while I can't give you my assurance... Ooh, that's kind of scary looking, it looks like a big mouth. I'm reasonably convinced of this much. When the hero of breath dies for good, it won't be as a scoundrel. But not for lack of a devoted mentor. If I had served as his mentor directly rather than his mentor's mentor's mentor, he may have stood a fair chance of perpetrating something underhanded. At the very least, his jokes might have been better. Instead, he got her. The other hero of light, always bugging him, bugging and fussing and meddling. What's her deal? Let's find out. I mentioned there was a bit more to her story. I believe it's time to resume it. I trust you won't mind if I step away for a moment. I have important guests arriving very soon. If you need me, I'll be up here making sure everything is in order, which it already is, and keeping an eye, which I don't have, on the clock, which I don't need. Okay, thanks. Tick-tock. Skya. Tick. What are those? Tock. Well, there's Jack. Bonk. Bonk? Oh. I didn't even realize at the top of the page. I don't know if you can see that on my capture. Kind of. You can see Jack bonking him. Okay. I didn't even realize he's got the little Yorkie. Is that what they're called? Whatever. The little candies for him all set up and everything. Tick. Tock. Tick. Tock. Didn't even bother with her. Tick. She's like, well. Shit. Unlocked albums, Homestuck Volume 7 and Mobius Trip. Huh? Apologies for my preoccupation. I have managed to pacify the rowdier of my two other guests with sugary little black dogs, so that I may continue my narration. Two? Who's the other? Who else showed up? Oh, is it Rose? Maybe. You can see at the top, Jack's dumping the... That's very funny to me. In a moment, I will go stand over my typewriter and teach my neophyte protege the consequences for taking advice from strange men over the internet. So true. While I continue to attend to my second guest, who is you from an earlier point in the story. Remember? Swoosh. We met here in my apartment a little while ago, and at that moment I was busy hosting you from the future, who is you right now, but I did not mention this at the time. I would have introduced your past self to your future self and vice versa, but it is a well-known fact that past and future selves tend not to get along. A good host would never tolerate the potential for discord among guests. Yeah, discord doesn't work at the best time. And as hosts go, I am simply the best there is. Please don't be alarmed. Past you was just leaving. Where was I? Of course. The two heroes of light had challenged the same Jack Noir, the one straddling the scratch in about 20 hours of his own time. Okay. To a circumstantially simultaneous pair of duels. Circumstantial simultaneity is a concept more complex than its temporal analog, and is valuable for examining the properties of paradox space. It is the agent responsible for the major cosmic event which pre-extinction Alternians came to refer to as the Great Undoing. The same concept rules the innumerable lesser events by which this critical moment shall be catalyzed, including the break, my employer's arrival, the detonation of a very powerful bomb, and my own death. It is an abstraction weaving together the fortunes of otherwise perfectly disparate chronologies, such as those bound to a pair of distinct sessions. It's not fully comprehensible to a mortal mind, and the length I will go to explain it to you will not extend beyond this sentence. But the story will. Okay, thanks. Jack's just chilling. The Slayer was, for the moment, unmotivated by the thief's motion for a compelling duel. This side of the scratch, he opted for a more ruthless and calculating policy of extermination. On his arrival, not about to repeat the mistakes leading to his banishment, he quickly obliterated all 12 planets, followed by Prospect and Durst, to weed out those who might outsmart him in the same manner. With a little fanfare, he seized the opportunity to follow the thief's trail before it dissipated, and destroyed their hideout in the Vale. And now, knowing her position, he would soon return for the duel she wanted. But not without a pair of trophies. No! The two that I care about! What about Gamzee? Did you at least kill Gamzee? Well, now I know something's gonna happen, because there's no way Karkat's staying dead. I could see maybe Terezi, but yeah. Anyway, tick. Talk. Just a little scrapbook. Again, sorry for the interruption. My conversation with the girl ran a bit long, slightly exceeding the one I was scheduled for it. What is Jack holding up there? Is that just a gas can of oil? I honestly can't tell. Anyway. This is where events begin to outpace my awareness. The deeper into the dark pocket we explore, the more I will be forced to speculate. I rarely have cause to rely on probability, but luckily for you, my guesses are better than anyone's. Tick. Hey, it's my thumbnail from earlier, too. I've always believed that a good storyteller should keep a comprehensive record of past events on hand. A scrapbook of personal significance, for instance, from which he may piece together current moments from past ones of a similar, if not identical nature. It's simply more efficient. Where did Jack go? Where is he? He's not up there anymore. He did spread ink all over the damn place. It's also logical, since there is essentially nothing new in paradox space. Everything that can happen is either a visual or substantive reproduction of something which has already transpired on the timeline, offshoot or otherwise. So we're gonna go back to, oh, nope, he's back. He was just spreading oil around the place, as he is wont to do for some reason. Also, so we're gonna look into the ancestor lifetime or something. And if I'm going to speculate on this duel, I might as well make use of earlier clippings. For the Slayer, this was round 1 against the Hero of Light. All I really need to do is flip it turnways, like so, and we have round 2. The thief would probably roll her dice. And just as probably, due to her impressive hoard of stolen fortune, she would have a 100% chance of rolling the most favourable result. Ordinarily, this result would be almost impossibly improbable. The odds of the roll would be 1 in 16,776,216 to be specific, and to be less specific, 1 in 8 to the power of y. Okay. Where y is 8. Hee hee. Okay, tick. Doc, fire alarm? Why do you have a fire alarm in your, like, off-dimension place? Is he gonna... Whoa! She got the ancient armor or whatever. In round 2, the Slayer would not be merely compelled, but challenged, if my guess is right. Challenged by one claiming godhood before reaping the prodigious spoils from striking down a formidable endgame foe. One with the guile of a cheetah, the luck of a clover, the hubris of her mentor, and the drive known only to the pathologically competitive. I believe he'd be challenged, yes. But not outmatched. As one who shares the Slayer's source of power, my projection must give him the unambiguous advantage. But even so, while I continue to not be a gambling man, that didn't stop being a thing that was true or anything. Doc. I'm reasonably sure that if I was, I wouldn't bet against her. Moving on. Let's pull back from this ever-narrowing dark pocket. Oh, let's see what Jack's doing. Oh, the felt got here. When did the felt get here? Hold on, let me go back a couple pages. Well, there's one of them. Oh, Jack was starting the place on fire this whole time. And so the felt guys came in to put it out. And then Jack got mad at them. Let's pull back from this ever-narrowing dark pocket. Yes. All of this uncertainty is wearing thinner than the only pair of pants in an immortal's wardrobe. I've never much enjoyed navigating the vortices of alternative possibility. The path which alone has my absolute mastery is the Alpha timeline, a continuum I define as that which boasts exclusive rights both to my birth and to my death, two circumstantially simultaneous events. Any diversions from this path to my knowing will taper into blackness like rotting roots. But if I was a seer, my offshoots would be fully within my domain. And if I was a seer of mind in particular, synaptic causality would be my specialty. A seer of mind would have given you a more reliable account, perhaps, but then she would do many things that I wouldn't. Tick. A seer would support her allies in battle not with her weapons, but her vision. She would sift through the dross of her comrades' poor tactical installations and examine the grim consequences. A seer would not charge into the fray headlong, but direct it as a conductor with a baton. She would have the sight to eschew the obvious gambits, and find the path to victory disguised cleverly as setback, or even imminent defeat. She would behold the fortunes of friends and foes in totality, and appraise the contrivance of luck itself. She would know its mines were not to be plundered, but simply explored and charted carefully. In other words, Terezi planned all of this somehow. A true seer would know where luck is given, where it is absent, and most importantly, where it doesn't matter at all. Terezi seed, and she would know victory doesn't matter in a reality where all else is doomed to fail. Doc. What sort of story would this be if our knight and seer made to stay cadavers? Certainly not one the Alpha timeline would allow. Dick. And not one she'd allow, either. Doc. Eyeball. It's an eyeball for seeing. Very good. Oh, and the sun is being covered up. Stole the light off her shirt. Very meaningful. Doc. Oh, that's Carcat. He's crying. Okay. You think you're so cool? Bro, sloppy makeout's now on the roof. Thanks, Gamzee. That was so cool of you. Kanaya! Ah! We're all back together. Just in time for Gamzee to murder everybody. Hulk. Oh, wait. Snowball is here. Snowman. I call it Snowball all the time. Why do I do that? Oh, we were looking at the synapses. Oh, well, Jack is dead on the... Can you see? Jack got murdered at some point. Yeah, this guy shot him a lot. But of course, that was only Snowman. Seeing that happen wasn't actually reality. Honk. Honk. So yeah, she's gonna stop him from doing that, I would guess. Anyway, tick. It's really annoying to make me follow two stories at once. But anyway, Snowball saved him. I'm just gonna keep calling her Snowball. I can't help it. John, you're heading into the blackout, so I won't be able to see you until you leave. But don't worry, I can still sense you're there. Because of my awesome powers, remember? Smooth move ditching your computer like that, by the way. Oh, right. I read this earlier, but that was some incredible leadership you showed. Now I have to contact you through Rose, thus exposing me to the risk of actually having to talk to her. Your carelessness has put the Heroes of Light in a very awkward position, John. I hope you're satisfied. Just kidding. She's obviously a little too preoccupied at the moment to be sassing me. Just borrow her computer and talk to me when you get the chance, okay? I'll be waiting. So is the black splotch a time point? Is the blackout a time point where the scratch happens? Because that's what I originally thought. Is it because of the... And then when Rose went full grimdark, I thought it was because of that. Like the dark gods were interfering or whatever. Now I'm wondering if maybe the blackout is because during that time period, they're dead. Like Kanaya died right after being like, Rose, you're heading into the blackout. And now Vriska's like, John, you're heading into the blackout. And then she died. So I'm sure Vriska will come back because she's also god-tiered. But, you know. Thanks, Snowball. Good job. Where did Doc Scratch go? I didn't even see. I don't know. Oh, he's here, so not far, I guess. Okay. X8, 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 X8. All of the dots, John. All 16.77261 of them. million of them. Still dead, huh? Are you too busy weeping over a corpse to pick up that headset and answer me? You can't fool me, John. I know you're not staying dead for long. And it's not just because I can clearly see her alive in the future. You see, we're both the best there is, and therefore we have special privileges when it comes to mortality. It's hard to keep a god dead for long. Or for good. We can only die under very specific circumstances. Didn't I mention? Tick-tock with sound. Tick-tock on the clock. You put blood in your mouth, Snowball. Oh, God damn it. Tick. Oh. Talk. Heroic? Just. I didn't know that there was actually going to be text here. Nothing too glorious about the way you just died, I bet. Let me guess, even after all my lessons, you allowed yourself to get... Hold on, I've got to zoom in a little bit at least. You get sucker stabbed, right? Pretty lame. I mean, lucky for you it was lame. I guess being lame pays off when dying a hero is what gets you killed. If our hero was of breath reached God tier, he would have been completely indestructible, lol. Damn, I forgot. I was going to stop ripping on that guy, since he got stabbed through the chest and died. Whoops. Anyway, I figure you probably came... Probably what? Hold on, zooming in more. Probably safe from just death, too, since I'm pretty sure you haven't done anything all that despicable. Yet. Okay, is this normal? This looks pretty normal. I don't know for sure, but I'm betting that if I go to fight Jack, will wipe out all the bad things I've done. I think if I die, it'll be a hero's death, so it ought to stick. Pretty good motivation to win the fight, though, don't you think? One way or another, I think this will be my last big challenge as a gamer. As a gamer. As such, I'd like to pass my dice onto you. And it's very important to me that they stay in good hands. That you continue their legacy and that of my ancestor. 8 to the 8th. Use the code. I'm sure I can count on you to make something awesome with it. Slick, I am serious. Please stop. Oh, John's coming back to life. From a pool of eye strain. Still not alive yet. Man, you better hurry up. She probably doesn't have much time left. Trust me, what she's going through on Durst right now isn't much fun. Okay, I guess I should mention why I'm trying to contact you now of all times, rather than just skipping ahead. Remember how we talked about your backup plan? The one you devised to defeat Jack in the off chance I fail? Well, it's not going to work if Rose is dead, is it? You have to wake her up. Breathe some life into her. Do the windy thing with your lips. You know what that means. Oh my. Gotta kiss her. Don't worry, I still can't see you, so there's no reason to be bashful or anything. And since we are a couple of professionals here who are focused on winning, we both know it doesn't have any meaning. It's not like I would be jealous even if I could see. Why would I be? Or maybe that didn't even cross your mind. Man, why am I even talking about this? Oh my, this will not do at all. Oh wait, is Spade Slick kissing Snowman? Yeah, okay. Spade love. So true. Let's forget I said that. This isn't really how I wanted this conversation to go. I was assuming you'd be talking back by now. So, I'm just talking and spinning my wheel device like an idiot. Maybe I don't actually know how I wanted it to go. I guess I could just shut up and skip ahead on your timeline a little, talk to you when you're alive. That would make sense, so I guess I'll do that. But then, maybe if I did, I wouldn't actually get to say what I wanted to, so I'll just say it. Pardon me while I adjust the narrow fenestrated wall. Thanks. Bang, bang, bang. To redirect your view from this impropriety. Oh, goodness. To be honest, I'm nervous about this fight, but I'm still going through with it for a lot of reasons. To save my friends, or at least the ones who are still alive. Oh, and I guess to save reality itself from being totally fucked up. There's that too. But I think what's motivating me to win this fight the most is the possibility of getting to meet you when it's all over. Maybe I can finally put all this terrible stuff behind me, and I won't have to worry about being the best anymore, or proving what a ruthless killer I can be. Maybe I can try out whatever is supposed to be normal for a human. Who knows? It might not be as boring as it sounds. Maybe. If you're not too freaked out by all the bad things I've done, or by the fact that I'm an alien, we could go on a date? What? Don't worry. It could be a human date, whatever that entails. No weird alien stuff, I promise. And no killing or murders. Or even, like, talking about killing or murders and such. Just whatever you like to talk about and think is cool. I could even be persuaded to watch more of your absurd human films. Do you like any others which feature that rugged human with the long hair and the wounded arm? You know the one, the sweaty guy with the mutilated animal and the speech impediment. Those would be tolerable to watch, I bet. There. Oh, it's Jade! I said Rose. That was wrong. Hate Snog. Okay. Clubs! I can't believe it. Imagine having a kind of god, like a god to gods, be the your relationship therapist. I can't remember what it's called. I remember the diamond is... I don't even remember the diamond. It's gray. I remember that. But the club is, you got one person keeping the two from going too far. In terms of hating each other. Anyway, yeah. Well, think it over. Before I go, I'll get in touch with one more time later on. When you're live and maybe have something to say about it. Oh, yeah. Sorry about your adult male guardian. I wasn't trying to be deceptive by not telling you. I decided not to because I didn't want to be the one to make you sad about it. Was that selfish of me? I don't know. You would have found out regardless, like we all did. There are things we care about that we just have to leave behind. It just sucks for those who aren't in as much a hurry to leave it all behind as me. Wait, someone's coming, hang on. I'm a wonderful chaperone as well as an excellent host. Thanks for helping, Dave.
Yeah, help wrangle frogs, I guess. What else do I have to be doing?
Shoo, get out of here. Oh god, she's wearing her RP outfit. What the hell is she up to? Man, she's got her dumb dragon doll and everything. Guess she means business this time. Damn it, I gotta go deal with this now. Anyway, if you actually get around to reading any of this, thanks for listening, John. If my outrageously great luck has any say in the matter, we'll be meeting up in no time. Just please consider what I said, okay? Later! Okay, tick-tock, sound. Okay, it's another clock. Will Vriska come back to life? Place your bets now! Stop! Well, clock's destroyed 1,001 out of 1,000. Jesus, that is a long time ago. Anyway, facepalm times 0 combo. Oh, for crying out loud! Slick, I can tolerate many things from a guest. Curt manners, egregious womanizing, murdering the help, casual arson, even atrocious candy bowl etiquette. Dead. Oh. But it is the desecration of a priceless timepiece where I must draw the line. I'm afraid I must now insist that you take your beating quite personally. Break. Bam. Oh, hi, John.
Hey.
What? Okay.
Vriska, wait! Oops, hold on.
It's gonna log out and log back in. Okay.
Hey, are you there?
Why is he like purple blue? I guess because of the background it just looks different.
I did what you said, but I can't tell if it worked. Hello? You didn't fly off to fight Jack yet, did you? I hope not. Anyway, all the stuff you said sounds fun to me. I have hells of the Cage flicks in my library. I don't even care if you're an alien, you see. Cage is the universal constant which unites us all. Well, if you haven't flown away, I'll look forward to your message in the future. It'd be nice to talk about, all the stuff that happened. Anyway, bye.
Oh, God! Is this Terezi picking this up? Or maybe Carcat? Actually, it must be Carcat, because that's his typing thing.
Oh, God.
Hey!
Oh, my fucking hell. This is so insanely awkward and sad.
What is?
Hang on.
Active script cease trolling ectobiologist. He's horking up blood, okay. Wait, what the hell? Hold on. Too much is happening. I can't keep up with the normal story and also a story happening in the header of the page. It's just impossible. Okay, so they're collecting frogs. Yeah, okay, I remember that. And then Jack appears, and they're gonna fight him. Oh, goodness. Well, this isn't good. Well, at least there's 3 Daves. Maybe they stand a chance.
Hey!
Carcat, that was you? Where's Vriska?
She
what?
Shit! I feel like an asshole for reading the whole thing.
The whole thing? You mean what she wrote?
Yeah,
Why are you snooping around on her computer?
because, wow, okay, so, let me ask, did you both actually like each other? Like, I mean, something vaguely resembling actual genuine mutual sentiment or whatever, not some lopsided pining bullshit.
What are you talking about?
Did you like her, you windsock-headed shitmouth? It's what I'm asking.
Well, yeah, why?
Okay, that's fine then. We'll talk about it later.
Talk about what?
I need you to be able to think straight. We have important shit to go over, and I don't have much time.
And so on. Otto Harley. What did you do? Jane?
Blah!
Alright, like what?
Plans.
What plans?
Never mind that. First, get out of the fucking blackout to a place where I can see you. Leave now. I'll contact you in a while once you've landed.
Landed where?
Rohawk, obviously.
Oh, obviously.
Well, how else do you think we're gonna cause the scratch, idiot? Do you even have any clue what's going on? Wait, of course you don't. You're wearing pajamas and giggling at clouds like each one was shaped like the rudest bit of naked anatomy a human can recognize.
No, I'm not. I mean, yes, I am wearing some pretty nice pajamas. But I know lots of things, like about the tumor, which I have already recovered. Wait, I mean the color 000, the tumor color. Wait, fuck. I mean, screw it.
We can't do the black text here because you wouldn't be able to see it.
You know, the big bomb and some other stuff like that. I'm totally in the loop.
Great, awesome. Now get going.
So, I have to cause the scratch, huh?
Okay, I'm done here. Talk to you in 1 second for me, one long, windy fucking journey for you.
Cease trolling ectobiologist. Began trolling ectobiologist.
Okay.
Hi.
You let me down, Slick. Adagio redshift. Okay. Oh, that must be a frame motif. Is Jade using a power here? Oh, is this is their combined frame motif? I remember that from the one time we played as Dave. No. Wait, where the hell is this? That's Alternia in the distance, so this is like a moon? I don't know. Carcat covered in Gamzee's blood. And John's heading to Lohawk.
Let's get down to business.
To defeat the Huns. Aren't you going to ask me how my journey was?
No!
It was long and windy, but a lot of fun. I really like flying. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, I bet it was just the biggest fucking blast a guy can have with a pair of shame globes secured to his 2 trembling fists.
You haven't tried it?
Every douche got to fly but me. Even the useless legless guy. May he rest in peace, I fucking guess.
Wait, is that the guy who Vriska killed?
Oh god, you actually know about that? You know what? I give the fuck up trying to understand you and her.
Why?
Egbert, god damn it. Will you shut your mouth and listen?
Okay, but is something wrong?
What?
A while ago you talked to me and it sounded like you were in danger. And it sounds like some people died, but you never told me what happened. Then I got distracted by a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, something's wrong. Or it was. A bunch of us died, the end. I don't really want to talk about it.
Ow, are you sure?
Yes! And not just because Oh, the clock is rapidly ticking down to something we're calling the critical moment. And no, I don't know what that is. So close your reeking question, geyser, before it asks.
But I'm your friend, aren't I?
Oh, God.
Well,
John, I can't handle talking about it, okay? I just got done, dealing with Gamzee, and I'm feeling pretty emotional about it, so please no.
who is Gamzee?
He was my best friend.
Really? I thought Terezi was your best friend. Or wait, maybe she was your girlfriend, I forget.
My think pen. It hurts! It is presently threatening to make me its bitch, John. Is that what you want? Do you want your cool alien pal to become the bitch of a raw, throbbing think pan? Such is the scenario before us.
Sorry, I don't mean to be nosy. I just want to know some things about your situation because I'm concerned.
Gamzee was my very good friend, who was this goofy, lovable bullshit clown, till he went on a fucking rampage and killed some people. I liked him a lot. I don't know, I guess my best friend is really just the guy who I happen to be feeling most sentimental to at the moment. Is that a fucking crime?
No, I know how you feel. So he killed some people, and then what?
So then
It's okay, you can tell me.
John, trust me, you wouldn't understand. It's just a troll thing. Humans wouldn't get it. You might think I was a shithead, and I can't deal with that now on top of everything, so let's just drop it.
Okay, if you say so. Oh, I can't believe I almost forgot. I've been dying to know since I left the battlefield. Do you know if Rose is okay? Did it work?
I thought I could rely on you, of all people. Well, she is shooting at Jack and doing nothing. Good luck, John. Why do I keep saying Rose? It's because we're talking about Rose right now. Jade. Doof. Unfortunately, now I have to shoot you in the brain.
She's fine. She woke up alive on Durst.
Really?
That's the rule, John. You kiss a dead player in time, and their dream self takes over, assuming they still have one.
Oh, wow.
It's incredible you reach God tier status without even understanding the more mundane means of resurrection available. Wait, your unfailing cluelessness makes it the opposite of incredible. My mistake.
So, I guess it would not have worked on my dad then? Or, Rose's mom?
No, but that is exactly what I wanted to picture happening behind the black curtain, John. You snogging up your dead-hatted man, Lucis. Thank you for the mental image. Or Rose's adult human woman, Lucis. Maybe a dead woman sweeps your senior, okay, is more your cup of sauce, since apparently you are not a homosexual, whatever that even means. Not even to speak of your race's absurd qualms with the notion of incest, which, again, still sort of wondering how that can even be a thing.
Man, aliens, am I right?
Is that your game, Egbert? Have you had your eye on Madame Lalonde and you've been waiting for a convenient resurrection opportunity to bust out your most passionate smooch motifs? Kept in reserve, and in front of her dead female offspring, no less? Just shameful.
Well, she was a very pretty lady. That seems like a really inappropriate thing to think about, Carcat.
You don't say! What are we even talking about anymore?
I don't know. I'm frankly pretty upset about finding them dead in the magic castle. And I guess I was wondering aloud if something could have been done. Or at least maybe to talk about it without angry tirades being involved.
Exactly! You're embarking down tragedy lane, and we've got to stamp that garbage out. We can't have you getting all morose while we got so many irons in the fire. Fuck, loaded phrase. I forget I said that. Just clam your shit up and forget your stupid guardian. Like I did with my dear crab monster custodian, who I adored in no way whatsoever.
You're being a douche. Wait, what am I saying? You were always a douche.
Yes, thank you.
Your dad was a crab monster?
Shut the fuck up. We were talking about something important. Rose, remember?
Yes.
She's waiting on Durst for your bomb to be delivered. It'll arrive safely a little later.
Oh, great. How do you know it gets there?
Jade told me.
Well, at least we know she's not going to die. Unless she already told him that. To do what it is you do best. Dudely firearms. No, she's shooting bullets into Dave. I forgot that was a feature of Beck, yeah. Okay.
Jade from further ahead on your timeline. Before my piece of shit clown bro made everything terrible here, she and I were hammering out these plans. I talked to her across pretty much the full spread of her timeline, till the scratch starts and the feed cuts out. So, I have a sense of the whole picture here, and it's my job now to put some things into motion.
That's cool. It's nice to hear you're working together. I should pester Jade and see what she's up to.
You should sit your ass tight and do the fuck what I tell you to. Fucking fuck do.
Kind of screwed that up or whatever. We got the right amount of fucks in there, so I don't think you'll care.
Ow. Anyway, she and Dave do a lot of frog breeding, accelerating the process significantly by exploiting time travel, with help from me and Kanaya since we were in charge of frog duties in our session.
Frog duties? Wait, which one's Kanaya again?
Don't interrupt. Following a train of thought here. Okay, Kanaya's my other best friend. She was the hero of space like Jade, which means she's the stoker of the forge and is basically in charge of frogs. Which sounds fake as fuck, I know. You breed the right frog to make the universe you want to make, which is a long, arduous process and kind of fucked it up in our game, but that's a whole other story which we'll get to later, okay?
Wow, okay.
She and Dave ran into Jack, which I'm sure he must have saw coming because I've never seen anyone exploit time travel so shamelessly as him. Not even a Radia.
A Radia?
Just another dead troll, who cares? Stop frowning, she was already dead before she died.
What?
So, she and Dave fought with him a while, and long story short, he died.
What?
But it's fine. I guess that was his plan, like some bizarre, useless last stand. Even if he didn't tell Jade, he was pretty freaked out till he talked her through it.
Did she kiss him too?
You're not supposed to kiss her, Mr. Noir. You're supposed to kill her! Jack just has to watch as this happens. He's going to shoot a bullet into himself? What is it? What? 2 times corpse smooch combo.
Yeah, right there, while Jack watched like a fucking creep. But it worked.
Oh my god, Carcat. Is this like your shitty shipping grid coming true before our very eyes? Remember when you made that ugly thing?
Who gives a fuck about shipping? Oh, my ludicrous stranglehold over the topics concerning romance. I'm still talking. He woke up alive on Durst and met with Rose. That was the end of the line for Alpha Dave, to my knowledge. He doesn't time travel after that, and he and Rose stay on Durst waiting for the bomb till you start the scratch. But I can't see either of them because of the blackout lingering around Rose for whatever reason. Nobody knows what's up with that. Regardless, his job is to plot a course through the ring to find the sun. When he does, either he or Rose will deliver the bomb. I don't know which.
Well, I'm gonna have a bunch of comments about the freaking black spot. But it's because Rose was near John, that's why. That storm cloud is probably what causes it. Okay. I was right the second time. Now leave and never darken my door again! Okay. Show Pester log.
But now they don't have dream cells left. Whoever goes will be risking their life for good, won't they?
That would be the logical extension of those facts, yes.
That's unacceptable. Couldn't I just do it? Apparently immortal because this god tier business, so the bomb probably wouldn't kill me.
Okay, but don't you think there's a remote possibility that going on a suicide mission to save all of reality would count as a heroic death?
Maybe I could try to be not all that brave while I do it?
You asshole! Of course you'd be brave. That tends to be what happens when you do something really fucking courageous.
Yeah, I just don't want to lose anybody else is all.
That's just how it is. I've lost friends for way more pointless reasons. You're all out of options here. You'd be risking death just as much as they would, and they're better qualified to handle the mission as the Durst Dreamers. Jade's dream self's dead too, so she's out. Or to be more specific, her dream self is an overly emotional dog who went off whimpering somewhere. Pretty sure she'll be completely useless.
Oh yeah, she mentioned something about that. Said she prototyped her dream self. What happened with that?
She doesn't like to talk about it. It's a sore subject.
Why?
She thinks she's selfish and completely hysterical, and I guess hates the part of herself she represents. But I mean, the thing is, she spent a long time being dead and moving on. It's not like you can just bring somebody back and expect them to try to give a shit about all the stuff you think is important. I tried to tell her that her sprite self is probably nowhere near as despicable as she's making out with herself to be. Making herself out to be. You know what I mean. Look, I'm just saying, we all got flaws, even her, and for all the shit she's given me on this very subject, she keeps herself dangling from a very high hook. She'd be doing me a major personal solid by making at least some attempt to get herself off. Wait, fuck, what did I just say?
Wow.
I mean, let herself off, the hook! The fucking hook! It's a figure of goddamn speech!
/ raises eyebrows.
Put those the fuck back down before my hot acid rage breath burns them off your idiotic face.
Okay. I'm putting him back down as not suggestively as possible.
What were we even talking about? It wasn't this, whatever this is.
What is this is?
It's nothing, you shit.
It has been the conversational equivalent of us whistling through our snort barrels while touching each other inappropriately.
Was that another weird erotic slip of the tongue?
No! That was me being worked into saying this ridiculous fucking conniption and saying something inflammatory. God! How does that not be clear? How is that not clear by now? How does that not be clear by now? I don't know.
Okay, well, what I'm getting from this, aside from the possibility that Jade may or may not have kissed Dog Jade at some point, is that neither of them will be able to help with the bomb plan.
Yes, that's exactly right. The pajama prodigy used his puzzle sponge today. Besides, Jade is responsible for other important parts of the plan. For one thing, you'll have to wait for her to send you the code for the quills. You can't scratch the mesa without them. She got them from her denizen, or she will later on her timeline now that she lit the forge and woke the monster up.
Aren't those the really tough to kill guys?
Yeah.
Did she kill him?
Hell if I know. Her explanation of the entire counter boiled down to, and I quote, shenanigans.
Rhymed for infuriatingly vague.
Anyway, after she gives that to you, she then has to go through with the rest of the plan, which is making sure you all survive the scratch, minus one of the Durst Dreamers, of course. The plan revolves around some really baffling hand-wavy mumbo-jumbo, which I don't really understand, but she told me to trust her about it because the info comes from a reliable informant. Waiting for smug tool. It involves something to do with a yellow lawn ring, which isn't the human word for it, it's just your word, so... Your word is so dumb, I feel dumb saying it.
Word for what?
I guess your entire escape plan somehow pivots critically around an unwatered piece of residential property. Doesn't matter what it means, Jade says she has this figured out. I don't have time to do much but trust her. The point is, she's all booked up, and all too mortal, so she won't be delivering the bomb and neither will you.
Okay, well, what about this? Since she is mortal and I'm not, sort of, and I don't need to go do the scratch for a while, can I go help her? Maybe she could use some protection. Maybe that is what Davis was trying to do when he temporarily died. Remember, Jack's still on the loose. He's killed Rose and Dave once and me twice.
No. Sweet bleeding Jigus, Egbert. You keep bragging about your immortality and then brainlessly announce plans to go off and do something heroic. You're gonna have the shortest lifespan of an immortal in history.
Sorry.
Besides, it's a total non-issue. Jack wouldn't hesitate to stab you again, but he wouldn't hurt Jade for some reason. If anything, you could use her protection.
Really?
I never noticed when looking through her timeline earlier. It wasn't until I was talking to her in the timelines and the time frames and she told me. He just keeps following her around. You can see him off in the distance in some frames, just lurking there, shadowing your movements. It's incredibly fucking disturbing. He lingers around her until the scratch begins and I lose the feed. Never once doing anything threatening. She says she thinks it's because Jack inherited loyalty from her Lucis. If she's right, I guess her Lucis really did offer her the most protection possible by prototyping itself, albeit by dooming us all, the idiot.
Aw, that's actually kind of cute.
Sadly, he holds no such loyalty for any of us here. He regards us all as ripe for the repeated skewering. Oh fuck, maybe we should have just, Jade? I can't believe this stroke of genius only occurred to me now.
I don't think he'd be fooled. Dogs have really good senses of smell.
It was a motherfucking joke!
I don't think I can do the car cat voice anymore, and this has definitely been going on too long, so I'm going to end there. And take a long sip of my drink. Yeah, that's way too much. We're not doing that. So yeah, thanks for watching this episode. I got a little tear in my eye. From too much screaming. This voice isn't great for my throat, but I'm used to it by now. I've done it in every series I've ever done. In some way or another. Like it was Yuki's voice a while ago, but I can't do it anymore because it's infected by Carcat now.
I try to think of him, and I just do John because that's my hero voice in this playthrough.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was kind of like this, but it was a little more cheery sounding. I don't know how I could ever get it again. I'd just have to listen to it, then I probably could. But I don't know. There's no real point. Yuki's never coming back. Not as Yuki, anyway. There. Have a Danganronpa reference, all you Danganronpa fans. It's been 3,000 years. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Yeah, I think it's hilarious,
that John is immortal as long as he doesn't do anything heroic, and everything he wants to do is needlessly heroic. It's just great. It's just lovely. Whereas Vriska is immortal until she does something stupid and evil, and everything she does is accidentally stupid and evil, or purposefully stupid and evil. So it all works out into making neither of them all that immortal. Anyway, yeah, I just kind of put together that, like, other than Gamzee, who I think is going to be offed pretty soon here, kind of the only ones left are all my favorite trolls, right? Solix, Terezi, Kanaya, Karkat, all good. And then also Vriska, maybe. I'm assuming. Ain't no way we lose Vriska. Although we haven't got definitive proof she's going to survive, I guess. So, as if this episode wasn't long enough, I am now loading up Tier Maker. Should look at my tier list. So just give me a second here, and I will be right back with that. Okay, let me look at this list for a second. Has anybody changed? I don't know. I don't think so. I think this is all still good. I mean, I was tempted to maybe put Dave and John over Terezi, which might be fair. But she had a pretty good presence this episode. Or this set of episodes. I recorded them back to back, so it feels like one long episode to me. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to change anything. Kind of bullshit after I said, "Ooh, I'll update the tier list on the Monday video," but yeah. These are these are the top trolls, the only ones that have remained. Karkat, Terezi, Kanaya, Vriska, and Solix, for sure. I could even do without Aradia, even though she's doing something that might end up being interesting. It's such a relief not to have Eridan hanging around. And to a lesser extent, Equius and soon to be Gamzee. I'm assuming, I don't know. But, I don't know. Those three never did anything for me. And really, like, Pfeffery is fine, but I'm accepting her death more and more with each day. I don't know. It was a good set of episodes for all the characters I have at the top tier. Really, the only one I could maybe move up sometime is Jade. Because she's going to have this crazy plan, so that should be interesting. Rose, despite all the stuff she's done, I still don't care. I don't know why I can't care about Rose anymore. I liked her well enough at the beginning, but now it's just, I don't know. We'll see. But for now, I don't think anything's changing. Karkat's still on top for sure. These three are kind of in flux for the second place. They're all kind of tied in second place for me. I love all three of these characters. And then after that, it's like, these might shift at some point. Probably not these ones, since it seems how they're seemingly dead and not coming back. But like Kanaya might move up or down at some points. Vriska might move up. Solix might move up. But other than that, I don't think a lot is changing. I mean, Doc Scratch, I feel kind of bad for putting him in boring, because this episode was pretty funny from him. But I just don't care about his character concept. Because it's more of like a plot device than a character. It's like if I was to rank Andrew Hussey on this list, like, where would I put him? You know? And I know he's not technically outside of the game. Like, he's not the fourth wall like Andrew Hussey is, but still, he serves like the same purpose. Anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. This episode was way too long. Hold on, let me go back to the Homestuck capture so you can see my little guy. Okay, bye!